Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Julia, a Dallas-based flight attendant. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about the coronavirus. So this is going to be a two-part video series. In this first video, I will be talking not only about the coronavirus, but honestly things that we should be doing all the time to keep ourselves healthy, especially while traveling. And really, it shouldn't take a global epidemic and health crisis for us to do these things. And then in part two of this video, I will be talking more personally about how, as a flight attendant, the coronavirus has had a direct impact on my job. I do also want to throw out the disclaimer that I am not a doctor, okay? I am a flight attendant, and all of the information that I have literally gone through my own research and directly through the CDC website. So let's just jump right into it. Should I cancel my trip because of the coronavirus? Honestly, to answer this question, it depends on where you're traveling to. According to the CDC, if the place you're traveling to is a watch level 1, they do not recommend canceling or postponing travel to destinations with a level 1 travel notice because the risk is thought to be low. You should take the following precautions: avoid contact with sick people, avoid touching your eyes, nose, or mouth with unwashed hands. Everyone, wash your freaking hands. Why does it take a whole global epidemic for everyone suddenly to want to wash their hands? Like, it's gross. Clean your hands often with soap and water for a minimum of 20 seconds, or using an alcohol-based hand sanitizer that contains 60 to 95% alcohol. I cannot tell you how many times I am working on the plane, and first off, planes are like flying petri dishes. They are so gross. Where I'm sitting on the jump seat, which is right next to the bathroom, I hear the toilet flush, and then immediately people come out of the bathroom. They don't wash their hands. I would hear the sink if you washed your hands. There are so many times as a flight attendant where I want to say something and be like, you really should wash your hands, but I don't, because I don't want to come off as aggressive or as like confrontational, and obviously I don't want to start drama on an airplane, but I am definitely thinking that y'all should wash your hands after you use the bathroom. Okay, an alert level 2. The coronavirus can be more serious in adults and those with chronic medical conditions, so people in those groups should talk to their healthcare provider and consider postponing travel to destinations with a level 2 threat. And also, just so everyone knows, you can go on to the CDC website and you can look at all of the different destinations and their threat levels. All right, and warning level 3. The CDC recommends travelers avoid all non-essential travel to destinations with level 3 travel notices. You can also find a list, as I just said, with travel notices on the CDC website. For example, China, Italy, Japan, and Iran are level 2, and South Korea. However, I have read in some articles that South Korea has increased from a level 3 to a level 4. Whether you think people are overreacting to the coronavirus or not is your own opinion. However, there was a tweet I saw this morning that completely summed up the way that I'm feeling about the coronavirus, and the tweet was by a lady named Ali Carter, and it says, I see a lot of people being like, I would survive the coronavirus. I'm taking my chances. The way I see it, yeah, I'd survive it, but I might carry it to someone who wouldn't. And that, folks, is the problem. And I just think in terms of a world epidemic, that is the attitude that you should have. The mindset should be, I personally do not want to contract the coronavirus for my own health, and also so I don't spread it to someone who does not have a strong enough immune system to survive the virus. How dangerous is it to fly? And this also came directly from the CDC website. It says air is circulated and filtered on airplanes, so with that said, most viruses and other germs won't spread easily on airplanes. However, passengers should still wash their hands frequently, like I mentioned earlier, both in the airport and on the plane. There are many airlines who are making great efforts to disinfect their aircraft as much as possible. I went to the store the other day and I just bought these little Clorox to-go packs that I will definitely be bringing on my work trips. However, I did not see hand sanitizer at any of the grocery stores I went to, and I went to 3. Also, at one of the grocery stores I went to, they did have a sign that said you could only check out 5 cleaning products at a time. And I have actually this little Bath & Body Works hand sanitizer that I actually purchased a while ago. This little guy is 68% alcohol alcohol, and according to the CDC website, for hand sanitizer to be effective, it would need to be 60 to 95% alcohol. The next topic I'm going to cover is how the virus spreads. According to the CDC, close contact with another person within 6 feet through respiratory droplets produced when an infected person coughs or sneezes. So how do we prevent the virus from spreading? There is no vaccine, so the best way to prevent getting sick from the virus is to avoid being exposed to it. Some things we should always do are to avoid close contact with those who are sick, stay home from work if you're sick, cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue, and then throw that tissue away. Oh, and it also says to frequently clean and disinfect areas that are commonly touched. Should I wear a mask? The CDC recommends that you do not wear a mask unless you are sick. If you are well, you should not wear a mask. They should only be worn by those who are actually sick and show symptoms of the virus to help prevent the spread of the disease to others. I think too, another important thing is if you are sick to wear the mask that actually seals around your face. So with all of that said, these are things that we should be doing all the time in order to stay as healthy as we can while traveling. If any of you have any tips for remaining healthy while you travel, please leave those in the comments below. And don't forget, this is a two-part video. In part 2, I will be talking about my personal experience as a flight attendant and how the coronavirus has had a direct impact on my job. Thank you everyone for watching. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.